Chloë, you truly are the love of my life, and I can't imagine being without you. Sometimes they say you don't know what you're missing until you find it, and when I'm with you, I feel complete. I can honestly say that marrying you today has been both the happiest moment of my life and my greatest achievement. You are kind yet strong, and I really admire your loyalty, and when we're together, I feel like anything is possible. I truly feel like the luckiest person in the world, and I can't wait to build our forever together.
So let me take you back to where it all began. My love affair with John Christopher Powerhouse Priestner. The play school. Now, to many of you, this might come as a surprise, but I was a very shy kid and really struggled setting into school. It got to the point when my mum was having conversations with the teachers about pulling me out altogether. And then one day I came home and said, "Mum, don't worry, I've made a friend. His name's John." And he said, "He'll be my friend forever." And today is testament to that young lad keeping his word.
It was on 8 p.m. on Friday the 10th of June 1994 that Chloë came into our lives. When I held her for the first time, she fitted very neatly between the crook of my elbow and my supporting hand. I hope she feels the same supporting hand has been there for her whenever she has needed it since. And now, some 30 years later, I have the pleasure of speaking about this beautiful young lady who has brought so much joy to our lives. Chloë, it has been hard picking the proud moments to talk about today because there have been so many. But watching you collect your law degree in the splendour of Durham Cathedral in 2015 is certainly one. I felt the same sense of pride just a year later when you walked onto the stage at the Barbican to receive your master's degree. We have watched you grow from a chubby but very cute baby to a beautiful young lady. But even by your own very high standards, you have excelled today. You look absolutely amazing, stunning.
You've known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you've been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those conversations that began with, "when we're married," and continued with, "I will," and "you will," and "we will." All those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe. And all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher. For you have learned much more from one another these past few years. Shortly, you will say a few words that will take you across a threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, "This is my husband, this is my wife."
John, do you take Chloë to be your wedded wife, to share your life with her, to love, support and comfort her, whatever the future may bring?
I do.
Chloë, do you take John to be your wedded husband, to share your life with him, to love, support and comfort him, whatever the future may bring?
I do.
I call upon
These persons here present
to witness that I, John Christopher Priestner,
to witness that I, Chloë Alice Keeley,
do take thee, Chloë Alice Keeley,
do take thee, John Christopher Priestner,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
So, we all wish you every joy and happiness and hope that the feelings of love and commitment that you've expressed here today will deepen and grow ever stronger throughout the coming years. It is now my duty and indeed my great privilege and honour to announce that you are now husband and wife. You may wish to seal your marriage with a kiss.
We did it. Chloë and I first met whilst at Durham in 2012, and Durham was a classic collegiate university bubble. Everyone knew each other, or at least heard of each other. Our first proper introduction was in the first weeks of university in Lloyd's Bar. A very brief hello, no more than a minute, but Chloë had now entered my world. Our next meaningful encounter would come a year and a half later on Chloë's 20th birthday, when we bumped into each other while studying in the Sir Jimmy Allen's library. This is when I started to get to know the real Chloë Keeley. We clicked straight away, we had the same goofy humour, and I found it so easy to speak to you about everything. We'd stay in contact for the rest of our time at Durham, but our commitment to our academic endeavours meant that we would ultimately not pursue anything further. Graduation rolled by and the Durham bubble was burst. Chloë moved back to Forest Row in Sussex to study for her LPC in London to become a lawyer, and I moved to Saltburn by the Sea near Middlesbrough for my master's placement, a mere 300 miles separating us. We continued to speak regularly for another few months before we really arranged our first proper date. I was going for an interview at GSK in Stevenage in the morning, and we planned to meet in Moorgate around lunch. However, this was also my first time navigating the labyrinth that is the London Underground on my own. I was over an hour late, and Chloë instead had to come and find me. Not the best start. But things picked up from there. As Chloë knew London so well, I thought I'd surprise her with something thrilling and completely off the beaten track. So naturally, we went on the London Eye. But things picked up from there. After all of this fun, we went for dinner and drinks and just chatted for hours. I missed my train as I didn't want to leave and ended up getting back to Preston at 4 a.m. But it was all worth it. I'd found the girl of my dreams. Fast forward nearly 10 years from that date, and here we are on our wedding day.
If you have found a smile that is the sweetest one you've known, if you have heard within a voice the echoes of your own, if you have felt a touch that stirs the longing in your heart, and still can feel that closeness in the moments you're apart, if you are filled with wonder at the way two lives can blend, to weave a perfect pattern that is seamless end to end, if you believe some things in life are simply meant to be, then you have found your soulmate, your heart's own destiny. If you can always be as close and happy as today, yet be secure enough to grow and change along the way, if you can keep for you alone your love as man and wife, yet find the time to share your joy with others in your life, if you can be as one and walk through marriage hand in hand, yet still support the goals and dreams that each of you has planned, if you can dare to always go your separate ways together, then all the wonders of today will stay with you forever.
Meeting Chloë was huge. Maybe not for her, but certainly for me. On our first meet-up, she blended into our group like she'd always been there. She laughed with us, she danced with us. The moment I knew Chloë was the one for us, we met Kevin Kilban on a night out. A Preston legend, 48 appearances with an overwhelming 3 goals. We were starstruck. Chloë went straight up to him like he was another bloke in the bar, just so we could say hello. It was iconic. And now here we are, a room full of beautiful, brilliant people, and many of them wonderful men who love John deeply. At the stag, Sully asked John, which Lord of the Rings characters would your Preston boys be? Stringy was Gandalf, Elliot Burton was Gimli, Lewis Whittam was Merry, Smith was Pippin, and I was Samwise Gamgee, because Frodo, John, was on a great journey, and I was his ever-present companion by his side. But now, I feel my time with Sam is coming to an end, because John has found Chloë, someone who will love him and support him just as fiercely as I have. John, you are a credit to everyone who knows you, a great man, a loyal friend, and I'm sure to be a great husband.